I'm still learning about myself and learning like from my family that I might be struggling with. That came from my family. It's like, bro, we breaking that and we're praying against that. It ain't easy, we're not perfect. So I always tell everybody that gotta put it out there because there's somebody out there struggling. You need to hear like, dang, bro went through that or she went through that and she overcame it. It was cool doing music with everybody, but sometimes you need real brothers and sisters. Somebody you just really call and text like, oh, what's going on for regular, but what's going on in life, and oh, you dealing with this, struggling with that. Them type of real relationships. Let's just be intentional to really build, because the music gonna be the easy part.
This is King Size, aka Slim Sizzle. Welcome to the What It Is, What It Beezlike radio show. Yeah. It's your main man King Size, aka Slim Sizzle, host of the What It Is, What It Beezlike radio show, and here we are. I'm excited for this moment. Of course, I've been trying to get to this reach summer playlist and these artists and talking to. Listen, Big Breeze was at the top, one of the top of my list, because first of all, I come across with the name King Size. So when it comes to the big bros doing big things,
right,
it's a special place in my heart. So make room for my new my new little bro, my guy, Big Breeze in the building. What's up, good brother?
Man, what's up, my guy? What's happening, man?
Yes, sir, man. Listen, off top, you doing big things, man. Summer Playlist 25 reach, pop out. I just got finished talking to Trendsetter Sense. Of course, you got Keon Boone. Y'all, listen, you done set the summer on fire. I know we are at the end, but things are still going. Pop out is like that. Tell me about that song.
Man, it's what it is. It popped out, man. That mug crazy. It was just, even how it was orchestrated, bro. It was on that was like a Holy Spirit song where we was in the studio working on all kind of records, bro. And I was just like, bro, I think I was talking to Dre. I was like, bro, I'm finna go to this other room, bro, and just try to create something fun, because I'm tired of overthinking. My mind just like, bro, I'm drained right now. So it was kind of like an exercise just to release what I had in me that I wanted to do. And end up, my little bro, our project, he produced it. He sent it to me. I was like, bro, just send me anything. He sent it to me. We loaded up. I was like, oh, this the one. And he just started, like, literally, bro, it just started flowing out. Like, it was just coming out. I'm like, oh, man, this it. So, ended up telling Dre to come over, check it out. He like, oh, nah, this crazy, bro.
When you know, you know.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
So I had hit up Keon, like, hey, bro, you need to be on this one, bro. This the one because me and him, we've been building, like, these past couple months and, like, going into a year. And we've been talking about doing something, but it's also key to build with people too. Because me and him was always like, bro, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And it just kind of lined up perfectly for it. So, yeah. And then since.
You saying something, see, we already getting started. So I'm trying to keep myself calm. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep myself calm and relaxed because I know how I get. But you mentioned something that I love hearing when I hear the up-and-comers in this space, this genre, this kingdom, culture, collaboration. Like I love hearing the fact that you all are working together. And I think in a lot of times there's been a lot of separation. It's I'm gonna do my thing over here, and I'm just sending you my verse. But when you say, okay, let's get in the same room, man, it's refreshing to hear, man.
Nah, fast. Yeah, it's always, even when you get in the same room, like I kind of like that because we both can go off each other, like. Just spirit, bro. Like, where you at with it? Like, how you feeling about this? Like, let's create something that'll compliment both of us. So.
Yes, and it's refreshing here. So listen, keep that up. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute.
Yeah,
but sure. I got a few questions for you. Now, what moment or experience led you to fully commit your life and your music to God?
I think them two different moments. Like, I think my first moment was really just to sum it all up, just a short version. Like, I was really in like a trap. Like I'm from where they Campbellton Road, like the west side of Atlanta. I grew up in like poverty, all that from the streets, like for real, seeing what the streets had to offer, which was nothing. So I remember just one day being in the trap, like just exhausted, like really tired of just toting the guns, like selling the drugs, just gambling and doing all this and that, bro. It was just really, I had this exhausting feeling, didn't know what the feeling was coming from. And then I remember hearing this voice like, go to church. Like I'm sitting on these stairs, like go to church. I'm like, what? Like I'm looking around like it ain't nobody. I'm just like, bro, I'm tripping. Then I heard it again, and then I remember ended up going to church first time. And I'm like, man, I'm tripping. Like I opened the door, closed, like, bro, I'm tripping, bro. Like, what I'm finna do in there? And then God spoke to me again. Second time I went in the church and just sat in the back and just was chilling. And then the third time I went, like, I actually seen the plug in there, and it kind of like opened my eyes, like, dang, why he in here? Like, you feel me? You feel me? He be on what I was on. But it kind of just drew some interest to me. Like, let me just see what this is really about. Because it just, seeing that was just crazy. So that's kind of how I got, like, introduced to Christ and started switching my life. Of course, there was more to it. Like, me and my little bro, who I know in high school, and he brought me to his pastor. And that's why I really, like, speaking to him, like, what really did it, just being honest, transparent, really, I was speaking to this pastor, Pastor McCormick, at City of Zion. And we were just having a regular conversation. I'm like, hey, bro, it's the pastor. Like, we just talking regular, though. It don't feel like he trying to condemn me or force me to follow Jesus. He ain't telling me, bro, next time you come and you dressed up like this. And that, it was like a real regular conversation. And that kind of just was like, all right, I might can, see what's going on, like, for real, and really accept, Christ. And it just really went from there. But it also where the music started to transition too, because I stopped living that life. I was rapping before Christ, but I stopped living the life of just like rap, toting guns and this and that, killing and going on this move and this and that. Like it didn't make sense. Like, bro, I ain't finna be out here capping like this and that.
See.
And then but it's crazy because I call myself like, I'm gonna just try some R&B. Like I'm gonna try love, but it's like my heart still wasn't for like I want for God. I was just like, but this ain't something missing. And then I remember playing him a couple of my songs, even like some of the cussing. He was just like, you kind of pretty good, but
See, shout out to Pastor McCormick because I'm gonna tell you, to hear that, this is where I think many, and I'll take the shots if it happens in me saying this, where I think a lot of leaders lose their youth. They use their young people because of the simple fact is when they start to express themselves in a certain manner, they start to feel as though, okay, you can't say that. But they forget where they came from. They forget in the moment that, okay, you once were a wretch. You were a sinner saved by grace. You were up there cussing up a storm. Some of you still slick and saying it today, but won't be honest.
Yeah, facts.
But the fact that he took the time and heard through that. Listen, we go back talking about Peter. Like, you think Peter was using like regular language?
Right.
Nah, Peter was ripping him a new one. I mean, this is the way it was. But the fact that Pastor McCormick saw past that and heard what you were saying, heard at the core of who you are and who you are becoming, he knew exactly what to say to you. So shout out to him for being led by the Spirit in that moment.
Nah, for real. It was like he heard it. He was like, you're pretty good. But then he hit me with like, it's a purpose. Like, it's a purpose in this lifetime. Like, and it's like how he slicked through it in there, but it was like, it drew curiosity. Like, well, and he started telling me about Jesus and, Christ. And then he challenged me like, bro, I want to see you do a Christian song, bro. Try to go do one. And I remember me like accepting the challenge. Like, bro, I can do that. That's easy. Just went and did it. And it was like it was some basic song like "Spirit on Me" or something like that. I remember coming back to church playing for him. He's like, all right, now go ahead and get up there and perform it. And I'm like, what, gang? See? And that kind of just was like the whole transition because my stomach had a knot every time I was trying to play the other music that from the streets from my past. It was just like, bro, it ain't it no more, bro. This is fresh water for me. And it just happened like that, bro.
And it's funny because it kind of leads into my next question was going to be, say, do you ever feel tension between your past life and your current walk with Christ, especially in your music?
I don't really say in my music, but I just feel like in life because it's like, even talking to like one of my spiritual dads and like mentors, it's like sometimes you dealt with so much stuff and you feel me, and the other side is still trying to unravel a lot of that, and it ain't gonna happen overnight. Some stuff you go cold turkey on, but some stuff you still gotta work through and pray and try to break it and this and that. So I think that sometimes be the issue. But as far as music, I know who I'm trying to speak to, and I know where I'm trying to lead people to. So
And I thank you for your honesty and transparency in that moment, because we forget when it comes to grace.
Right.
You know, we have those that, you know, try to abuse it.
Yeah.
But when those are, you're trying to, in your journey to get it right.
Yeah.
You know, that is the fact, that is the safety net that God has given us, His grace and His mercy, to say, listen, I'm not telling you to go do these things free will and willy-nilly like it's all good. No, you're learning. You're learning, you're growing. If you've come, okay, prime example, if you've done something a certain way for a lengthy period of time, you develop that habit.
Yeah.
You got to put almost as much time to break that habit. So, but the thing about it is, God's timing is so amazing that once you give it to Him, He'll rapidly cause that change to happen.
True.
So I just say, for the fact that you're honest and transparent in that moment, it's going to bless a lot of people, because it lets them know that you're still being worked on. You're still not a finished product.
Right.
You're still in your process. But the fact that you're moving forward is paramount. So continue to do what you do, bro.
I appreciate it. Like I tell everybody, like, bro, y'all see us on these stages, platforms, bro. We're not perfect, but we trying to be. You know, I'm living to try to be like Christ, bro. Like, so much stuff I'm still learning about myself and learning, like, from my family that I might be struggling with. That came from my family. It's like, bro, we breaking that and we're praying against that. It ain't easy, and we're not perfect. So I always tell everybody that.
And it can be hard, because if you are the curse breaker, if you are the one that everyone's depending on, in the sense of, okay, well, he got to do it, because if he can't do it, then I know I can.
Yeah,
it can be a lot of pressure. Let's be honest. It could weigh heavy on your shoulders, because it's like, listen, I'm only one person, right? And it's like, I can't take all this for my family. This is just me. I'm trying to figure this thing out. But I can tell you, you be encouraged in the process, because of the simple fact that as you're doing it, you're learning along the way. And if you are one that doesn't give up and turn back, then people are going to watch you. Even if you make mistakes, if you continue to fall forward, that is key. So as long as you continue to fall forward, say, okay, listen, I'm not going to continue to do the same thing I was doing. Let me learn, gain that experience, so that if it comes up again, I know how to get past it this time.
Hey, facts. Hey, good word right there, for sure.
So, listen, now your sound stands out in CHH, which is, I say, thank you. What inspires your style, and how do you balance innovation with spiritual intention?
Man, of course, you know, Holy Spirit inspired it. But I do feel like the influence of, like, me coming from where I come from, and, like, the music I was listening to, like, remember just being on the bus, like, I was just, me and my buddy was just talking about this other day, like, I had the MP3, like, I couldn't get the iPod, I had the MP3. So I'm listening to, like, Young Thug and, like, Future and, like, Rich Kids and Wayne and, like, Eminem and, like, just all different, Young Dro and, like, T.I. And I started, sometimes dabbled in a little pop, like Maroon 5. And
Got you.
Just,
okay.
But it was like, that was the weirdest thing I ever listened. I'm like, damn, but this sounds so good. But it wasn't even what they was talking about. It was all about, like, the sonics and how they created it and how it made people feel. And it's like, dang, I can do something like this. Like, I know I can. Just and that kind of, like, sparked, just like, you know what, let me try. And when I started making music for Christ, it was also like, I feel like I wasn't hearing nothing that was resonating with my soul to keep me from listening to, like, the worldly music people say. So it was like, I know you had, like, the big dogs, you know, KB and Craig and them. And it was cool. It was cool, bro. I'm not gonna, it was cool, but it was just like, I probably still can go listen to this. So I can get that little itch out. So then I was just like, you know what? Let me just try to rap on some like ratchet 808s and trap 808s, something that's, like, really sounding like it's from, like, the street. And it was work. It worked, because it was like, a lot of people first was like, whoa, hold on, you ain't talking about. And it was like, nah, I am. Now you need to go back and listen to what I'm really saying. Now that I got your attention, so
See, and I love that, because I think it comes to a point where, and of course the honesty, there was a season. Now, just imagine the era I grew up in. We didn't have a lot, so trying to sell people on Christian rap or CHH, Christian hip hop, it was difficult, because we could at that time we couldn't compete. I'm just gonna be honest, but it takes young brothers and sisters like you to say, you know what, I can take whatever sound is out there and I can kill it for Christ. I can go out there and do what needs to be done. Like you're gonna be bobbing your head, but it's gonna pierce, it's gonna penetrate. And it's gonna be okay. I'm bopping, but now I'm crying. Why am I crying? What's going on? It's because of the fact that you're taking the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. So in these moments, you're taking what is like, okay, I see the strategy, but let me go and flip it on them. So I'm gonna take what you're used to, but I'm gonna give you Jesus. And it's like, well, how you slip that in there? And it's like, next thing you know, you're coming up to you saying, I don't know why I'm all emotional. And it's like, okay, well, tell me about this Jesus you're talking about. And you got, and they did it over 808s. You got saved over some 808s. So I'm like, that's something that it takes someone that has the connection and hears how the Holy Spirit is leading, because it's not the same all the time. The strategy shift.
Facts.
It shifts. So if you are in tune, the Holy Spirit may have you with a sound here now, but 5 years from now, it could be totally different. But I just tell you, be open to whatever the Holy Spirit is saying and how He's leading you. Now, with vulnerability being central to your lyrics, is there a particular song that felt especially hard but necessary to write?
I think it was like two songs. Well, I think one song was this one song called "In God We Trust."
Okay.
Because I just had to get real personal and just bring like people into like my actual life and how I think, and like my family, and then about some friends that like I know overdosed and like things people deal with drug wise and liquor wise, and that's just one of them songs when you put out like, dang, I pray people receive it well and it's coming from good intentions, but it got to be put out there too. Somebody else out there suffering and need to hear this.
Right.
So.
Right. Do you feel as though, and I'm glad you're saying that, do you feel as though in some cases CHH isn't as vulnerable as they can be? Do you feel like we play it safe, or do you feel like we're where we need to be?
I feel like we play it safe. I do feel like we play it safe. I feel like everybody got their own testimony and what their own motives are, but I do feel like a lot of times we play safe because we think about what's gonna come after that. Like, oh, they don't look at me a certain type of way, or they might not accept me. But it's like how I look. I'm like, dang, bro, I gotta put it out there, because there's somebody out there struggling, bro. I feel like there's always somebody out there who's struggling, who need to hear like, dang, bro went through that, or you feel me, or she went through that, and she overcame it. I think it's just the power in the message too. Like, it ain't just about, you did that and now everybody condemn you, but it's like how you overcame this too, and who helped you overcome it. So
good.
Yeah.
Now you've spoken about the need for more love and unity in CHH. What do you think is missing in the current landscape?
I think what's in the way is pride. I think that's what's in the way for a lot of us.
Okay.
And I say us because it's like us as artists, if we come together way more, it'll be bigger and a bigger impact. Like I had a conversation with Dre, who was talking about it. And I was just like, I think sometimes artists feel like they're going to get overlooked if they start working with too many people, or if they come together with too many people. And it's like, hey, if the people start choosing the other person, bro, we still together in this, bro. You feel me? We still going to stand together in this. I feel like we had that mindset, it'd be way better. It'll kill all that pride. So.
Okay. So what does true collaboration look like to you in the genre beyond just doing tracks?
It's like a relationship. I feel like learning like just to understand. Like some people just want to do music with you, and that's fine. But I feel like like I had to learn. Like, it was cool doing music with everybody, but sometimes you need real brothers and sisters. Like somebody you just really call it, text. Like, yo, what's going on? How you doing? Like, not the regular, but what's going on in life, and you dealing with this, struggling with that. Them type of real relationships. Like, let's just be intentional to really build, because the music gonna be the easy part.
Come on, see,
that's the easy part. So yeah.
Yep. And I think that goes back to, you know, our willingness or lack of willingness to be vulnerable, because I feel like we live in an age and society where, you know, the moment we do something, it could potentially be captured on camera. It could be on World Star, Shade Room, whatever, social media outlet you can think of,
Right.
to blast off on somebody. It's almost
Right.
like if you open up and you confide in a brother or sister in Christ, they'll use it to one up you or use it to attack you instead of, listen, bro, sis, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I think that when we get to a point where we stop suppressing a lot of what we're dealing with, and we did have that community like you're talking about, where we're able to just say, listen, bro, put your phone down. Let me just talk to you. And
Yeah.
let's have that moment where it's true brotherhood, true sisterhood, true family, and true connection. I feel like I agree with you. I believe CHH will take it to a whole new level
Right.
in the sense of being the example and not following an example.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Definitely.
So
Definitely, bro.
now, have you faced resistance or skepticism from artists or listeners since transitioning to CHH? If so, how did you handle it?
Like I said, I think in the beginning, a lot of people was like, bro, nah,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't here for Christ. Like, look at him.
Okay.
Look at the music, the beats, the chains, the what he wearing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, nah, that ain't.
Right.
But it was really being, to me, like, me just being intentional, like, really, like, nah, bro, I'm sold out for Christ, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you see me with this on, and God know who I am
Yeah.
underneath all this,
Mm-hmm.
and he provided all this,
Mm-hmm.
bro. But I'm really sold out for Christ. Like, don't get it mistaken, bro. So
Talk your talk,
yeah,
brother. Talk your talk. Now, how do you hope your music impacts listeners who might be on the fence about faith?
bro. I pray it pierced their heart to let them know, like, bro, I was in the world for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was really out there with the pit bulls, the sharks, whatever you want to
Mm.
call it. And I know he called me, like he personally came and called me
Mm.
and got me. That's why I can always tell people about Jesus Christ. Like, I'm not going off nobody else's word. It ain't what
Yeah.
the pastor said, but it's really what I went through
Mm.
and how he saved my life and how
Mm-hmm.
he continuously still there and walking with me.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that be on the fence, that stuck, that don't know, like, dang, is this man religion, the da religion?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, seek him, pray. Like, hey,
Mm.
God, just if you real, show me. Jesus saved my life because I feel like I'm spiraling out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you see your platform as a ministry, a career, or both? And how do you balance those responsibilities?
I feel like I seen it as a career
Okay.
first,
Okay.
but the more and more I got deeper in my word and the people around me, I start seeing it as a ministry. Some people just
Mm-hmm.
sound like, bro, you know, it's your ministry,
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing the way lives are being changed too, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's not a career, bro. That's you feel me? That's deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it is a career in some sense, but I feel like it's ministry too as well
Mm-hmm.
because lives, souls is being saved, bro. So,
Okay. Now, in what ways do you think CHH can better engage young people who are navigating both faith and culture?
um, I think OGs and the people like who are already, in the motion of at the top,
Mm-hmm.
like just talking to the young pups that's coming up and
Yeah. Okay.
stewarding the world and
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, that's cool, but let's make sure we stick to the
Mm-hmm.
script so we won't get everything ain't watered down. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's majority. It's just communication thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's uh, like a relationship. Like, you're an OG, bro. You see the young kid coming up, bro. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like you gotta be like you can't. You feel like you too big for to work with him or to even
Mm.
just talk to him. You ain't gotta work with
Okay.
him. Just talk to him and just be like, hey, bro, I think you should do this. You can
Okay.
work on this more.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, or even if it's a Bible study or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
mentorship, even
Mm-hmm.
mentorship, bro. Just
Mm-hmm.
mentoring them. Like, this ain't even about music. Just me want to see your character grow and you
Mm.
be a better. You feel me? Man of God, and you trying to be the artist.
See, now I'm gonna park right here for a second. So, you know, it's good hearing you say that, because being, an up and comer, as far as, the I say generation now,
Yeah,
as you are, ascending and doing what you need to do, uh, how do you feel? Sometimes I feel like there's a disconnect
yeah,
between the OGs and the young ones coming up. And I feel like sometimes we don't know how to connect with each other. And I feel like sometimes either, we come across as far as OGs, like almost like I've been here before, and it's almost like an arrogance that comes across. And then in turn, the young one's like, okay, well, if you're going to come at me like that, then I'm going to give you what you're giving me. And it's like you do more clashing than collaborating. How do you feel as though, just coming as far as a young up and comer, how should the OGs approach your generation as far as within CHH, as far as mentorship and collaborating and just relationship building?
I think keep their foundation, but be a little bit open.
Okay.
Because OGs, brother, male OGs, like, nah, bro, you need to do it this way. You got to do it.
Okay.
It's like, bro, that might have worked for you, but I think this working. Mm-hmm. But the foundation of the OG, because it got you here for some reason. Yeah. You got here somehow. Mm-hmm. That knowledge of that foundation could be gave to that youngin. Yeah. But be open, because it might do work. It might not how you see it, but it might be working for him. Mm-hmm. And he just need a little bit more like knowledge to make it all the way work. That's good. Just being open. I feel like even for the young pup, like don't feel like they trying to really like they trying to suppress you or trying to critique you to the point where they trying to change you. Okay. Like, be open to listening. You feel me? Because they got information as well, right, that you need to get to where they at. So
yeah. See, if you can stay, and you personally, if you can stay in that mindset, I feel like you talk about blazing trails and being one that leads the way. I believe personally, when it comes to where we could go in CHH, that we've burned too many bridges. I feel like our relationship that could have developed over time, one has let pride, and others have let offense. And we stay on outside like, listen, I'm not rocking with them. They're not rocking with me. But guess what? We serve the same Jesus. It makes no sense to me. Right. But what I can tell you is that I believe there's an opportunity for us as a whole, if we can learn to communicate with one another, gain an understanding that, okay, the way we used to do it may not be the way that you're doing it now. Prime example. You got, streaming as far as music is concerned. We had the cassette tape and we had CDs. Right. So, but if we embrace the shifts and the changes, it's like, okay, the way we used to do it worked for that season, but there's a new era. And if we can listen to you and what you're saying, it's like, okay, let me pull from what I know, let me grab what you know, and let's make this big pot of gumbo. It could feed us all. Right. And I feel as though if we can start doing that, CHH will be on a whole nother level. I promise you.
Yeah, for sure.
But thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Because
I agree. Totally agree with that.
Because I sit back and sometimes I talk to the youngins and I'm like, I say, because I was in your shoes, and there was some prideful, arrogant OGs that I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to do something to desecrate or spit on what you've done. I'm trying to say, okay, let me take what I've learned from you, like, and flip it to where we are now and show you what I can put out. Right. And it's like, if we take the time to listen, then I think we can accomplish more together.